tonight on the education of Max Bickford.
So, you're not.
I would never date a professor.
I happen to know how these things turn out.
Because of how we turned out?
So now you're an expert on student affairs. What do you know about this?
What about you and Andrea Haskell? What about me and Andrea? You got hammered 5 years ago. You told me everything.
I have no memory of that at all. Josh is the only one who knows.
How do you know?
Sunny side up, what, Ray?
Lila, you're gonna be late.
No, it's all right. I can help you with the morning rush.
Hey, every Saturday for 10 years, I helped in my father's deli. I know exactly what I'm doing.
All right, what can I get you, dear?
Okay, what can I get you there?
2 eggs scrambled, potatoes, rye toast to go.
Okay, Eduardo, ordering. Dos huevos, rect. Whiskey down, side of Murphy. On a wheel.
Try speaking English, por favor.
2 scrambled eggs, potatoes, and rye toast to go. Max, it's all right. I can be a few minutes late.
Lila, if you're late, you will never catch up. Go on, I can handle this.
Oh, all right. I'll call you on a break.
Hey, who has to sleep with around here to get some service?
Me. Interested?
No, stick to breakfast, thanks. Cute apron, though.
I'm just helping Lila out so she can go to this 3-day accounting class.
It sounds like things are getting pretty serious.
Not necessarily.
Pick up.
Josh, follow me.
Max. There's this new student I have, Haley Walton. She's in my Nabokov seminar.
Nabokov. Don't tell me you're reading Lolita.
No. We've moved on to Pale Fire.
Ooh, Pale Fire. Tough book. I didn't get through it.
Right, and neither can the rest of the class. But this girl, Haley, she has these insights that even I missed. It's like she's teaching me. She's got this incredible brain, and
Josh. Don't tell me about your affairs. How many times do I have to tell you?
Order up to go.
Howlin', 2 eggs on a roll.
Yeah, but Max, the thing is, this girl is different.
Order up. Get the lead out.
Okay, hey. I only got 2 hands.
And one motor mouth. Less talking, more working. Vámonos, ya.
All right. Hey, Josh, you gotta get out of here, okay? Okay, I'm too busy. I gotta sling some hash. Here. How are you and the Carpet King doing?
He's tall. And we're okay, I guess.
Making the worst mistake of your life. You have to tell him now.
I know, Max.
Or else your big secret will turn into one big fat lie.
I know, and I am going to tell him. I have to find the right time to do it.
Who is Nell talking to?
Felix Caldwell, he teaches ethnomusicology.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she took his class last semester. She got an A+.
Well, it's nice to know that she's so turned on to a subject, huh?
Yeah, a father's dream.
Where have you been lately?
New semester, so I'm shopping for classes. I might take an independent study. I have this idea to link American hip-hop with African tribal storytelling.
Is there a connection?
Yeah. Hip-hop started here as a ghetto game called the Dozens, and I traced the Dozens to African slaves. This professor at the University of Dar es Salaam has been emailing me amazing stuff.
No. That sounds like something you could publish. Who's your faculty advisor?
Felix Caldwell. I had him for ethnomusicology, which is how I got so into all this. I even put some of the percussion on my new demo tape.
Is that where you vanished into? Research with Felix?
Dad, I'm helping him out and learning cool stuff. I'm gonna get a refill. Do you want one?
So, you're not?
No. So don't even go there. After living with you my whole life, I would never date a professor. Trust me.
I got a problem. Nell is seeing Felix Caldwell.
She told you that?
No, she denied it, but I saw them together. She was doing that hair thing.
The hair thing.
Yeah, you know, when your hair is mussy, she was unmussing it.
I see.
Hey, when was the last time you unmussed someone's hair you weren't sleeping with?
Without a complaint from Nell, there's not much I can do, especially if Felix isn't currently her teacher. Technically, it's not against Chadwick rules for them to date.
Well, why don't we just rename this place Partner U? We'll get a 1-900 number. Hi, I'm Dr. Bickford, your dream professor. My turn-ons are short walks on the beach, channel surfing, and matzo ball soup.
Max, I know this is tough on you, but you're only seeing this as Nell's father. I think you're overreacting. Maybe what you're seeing as a sexual connection is an intellectual one. Think of your student crushes over the years.
What? What? What about them?
Did you act on them? No, because you're an adult.
So, there's nothing we can do.
I've heard far worse rumors about your pal Josh, who incidentally falls under your purview as department chairman.
What have you heard?
That he's a sexual harassment lawsuit waiting to happen.
You're right. You're right. I'll take care of it. Oh, wow.
Giant Steps. My favorite train record.
Me too. My copy's already so worn out. I might as well just get it on CD.
Oh, no way. It sounds so much better on the vinyl. Felix Caldwell. I teach in the music department. Professor Bickford, right?
Max, how'd you know?
You're Nell's dad. I taught her last semester. Good student. Actually, great student.
She's told me about you. Yeah, you're her independent study advisor.
Maybe. She's still not sure if she can fit it in this semester.
You trying to steer her into the music department?
You can't steer Nell anywhere. You know that, Dr. Bickford. But she's got the perfect tools for a musicologist, a good ear, an analytical mind. As a matter of fact, we're taking a field trip this weekend up to Boston to see Yusu Ndur, this amazing African musician. I'm supposed to introduce him.
That's terrific. Who else is going?
Just her. It's a kind of thank you, you know, for helping me with my research. If you want, I'll get an extra ticket.
No. I have a strong feeling that Nell would enjoy it a hell of a lot more if I wasn't there. But thanks. Enjoy the show. Admit it. You're seeing him.
We're together, I guess you'd call it.
Really think you can keep that stuff a secret? Look, Nell. God, there are certain questions that a father finds so difficult to ask.
Like, am I sleeping with him?
That's one of them.
There's a reason for that. It's none of your business.
You are too close to this situation.
And you're not close enough. You've never dated a student, Dad. You were always married to me.
I have been close enough to these situations to know that they always end in disaster.
I'm not gonna marry him. We're having fun, and I'm learning a lot. If he was anything but a professor, you'd be so sad.
I don't want you to get hurt.
Just don't mess this up for me, okay? I'm late for class.
Hey, Dad. I was just looking at your shoes, and they seem pretty dusty. I was wondering if you maybe wanted them shined.
Oh, well, golly, that's generous.
For 20 bucks.
20 bucks for a shine? That's a little steep, pal.
I know, but these are your only good pair of shoes.
What do you want 20 bucks for?
School stuff.
School stuff? You mean like pens and papers and notebooks, stuff like that? I could bring that stuff in the office.
Well, no. There's this girl from Hebrew school, Rachel, and she's having a birthday, and I kind of want to get her a present.
Well, let's think about this. I'm painting the apartment house. Why don't you join in and I'll make it worth your while?
Well, how much is my while worth?
Well, why don't you ask Erica and Paul? They're doing it for free.
Then you can afford to pay me more.
Deal.
Professor Howlett.
Professor Bickford. Hi. This is Haley Walton.
Hey, I tried to get into your Cold War seminar, but it was full.
So, as fate would have it, she ended up in my class. Speaking of which, I should run too, so we'll just take this up in office hours.
I'm gonna stop this before it's too late.
It already is. I'm in love with her.
How? MTV is older than that girl.
What does it have to do
You
with
were
it?
in college when she was born. She's a kid.
You wouldn't even know that by talking to her, though. She is one of the most mature women I have ever met.
How would you know? You only date college girls.
Right, Max, I'm asking you as a friend. Cut me some slack here, okay? I promise I'll be more discreet.
I'm telling you as a friend, you're being an idiot. You're risking your entire career. 9 years of school, 5 years of teaching here. You almost got tenure. You know, you get caught. You won't be able to teach preschool in Belize.
All right, this is different, all right? She's changed me. I love her. It's worth the risk.
You are not in love with her. You are addicted to the danger. Now, you know you're going to get caught. But you want to sneak around. You want to do a little lying.
Why all of a sudden this interest in my love life?
Let's just say I've seen the light.
Okay, well, so have I. And it is different this time. I swear.
Something must be wrong, 'cause everything can't be so right. But when I look into your eyes, I can't tell black from white. My heart skips a beat, all my troubles take backseat. I lose peripheral sight, and I know it sounds crazy, but I think no one is here tonight, except for you and me.
That's cheery. You okay?
It's new. I wrote it last night at Felix's.
Are you in love with him?
Of course not.
I knew it. You are blushing.
Shut up.
So, tell me what it's like in the older guy thing. I've never tried it.
It's not that he's older, Ben. He's just better, you know? I mean, he's not even 30, and he's lived so much. I mean, he's been everywhere. He speaks 4 languages. He knows so much about music and history and culture, and I learned all this really cool stuff by osmosis. He isn't threatened by me. He's completely confident, and he wants me to think on my own.
Sounds like the perfect guy. On the other hand, his name is Felix.
This is what the Chinese call a scholar's garden. Before the Ming Dynasty, scholars were at the top of the food chain. They held huge government posts that paid them tons of cash.
As usual, I'm 13 centuries too late.
Well, there was a downside. One mistake and they might be whipped or even executed.
Giving new meaning to the concept of publish or perish.
Well, I think they were more interested in wisdom. That's why they built gardens like this to retreat from the world.
That's pretty, but it's a little, I don't know, minimalist.
What? Oh, no. Look at this design. It's all about finding a balance between order and disorder, yin and yang, heaven and earth.
I'm a big fan of imbalance and chaos myself. I like lush, overgrown gardens, like the 19th century French romantics, you know, a place where you can get lost.
Guess you're more of a yang girl, huh?
You're here late.
Paperwork. You look great. Where you been?
A date with Ron. You seem glummer than paperwork.
Oh, I just found out that Josh Howlett is starting his biannual student affair.
Josh Howlett? An affair? Where'd they go? The art museum or the greenhouse? Do you think people still sneak in there?
Yes. As a matter of fact, you can probably find Josh Howlett footprints in the peat moss.
Well, don't worry about him, Max. He'll get bored by midterm and weasel out of it. He always does.
It's not just Josh. It's Nell. Nell is seeing Felix Caldwell.
Caldwell? That's why she's late to my 9 o'clock.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. He's gonna ruin her GPA.
Max, relax. She'll be fine. I shouldn't have opened my big mouth.
I'm her father, Andrea. And I happen to know how these things turn out.
Because of how we turned out? That's ancient history, Max.
You know, there's a theory that whenever history repeats itself, the price goes up.
There's another theory. That the 2 best teachers are love and pain. Let her learn from those, Max. Let her create her own history. Good night.
Good night. I'll be back later, Lorraine.
It's a wireless surveillance camera. I'm having raccoon issues. And you know what they say? Keep your dogs close and your raccoons closer.
That's friends and enemies. Keep your friends close and your enemies even closer.
Why would you want to do that?
Ooh, neato! Oh, where did you get this thing?
My brother's a private investigator. He lent it to me.
Wow. I'm trying to get some information on this new professor, Felix Caldwell.
The dashing ethnomusicologist, man of mystery and intrigue?
Yeah, he's dating a friend of mine. I thought you might, you know, call up his department secretary and find out what's up.
Are you asking me to spy?
Well, I think suggest is a better word. Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez.
I could write his name in the ladies' room stall in the humanities building. It's the best source of campus gossip.
The ladies' room?
Oh, it's like the magic 8-ball. Ask the stall a question and you will receive the answer.
Really? Huh. You ever see anything about me?
I'll never tell. But if you like, I'll lend you the gnome.
I don't think so. Not yet.
He seems thoughtful. He's smart. On paper, he's perfect.
Okay, let's get to the nuts and bolts first. Are you physically attracted to him?
Well, yeah.
So you're not attracted to him?
I didn't say that.
Well, you answered like you were weighing the pros and cons. I mean, that's not what I call attraction. You know, heart pounding, all over tingling, uncontrollable sexual fantasies intruding upon the workday.
I know what attraction is.
I mean, for me, it's an either or. It isn't,
Well, for me, sometimes it is a You know, I am turned on by someone's mind. I like the conversational chemistry, not just the chemistry. Like, there are times in conversation when you expect the other person to laugh. He didn't laugh.
Okay, so what were the times when you expected him to laugh?
When I said something funny?
How do you think television has impacted our political life?
Speed. I mean, TV is immediate. It's so fast that there's no time for contemplation. And that makes images much more important than words.
Excuse me, Professor Bickford?
Yeah.
I said no onion on this, and there's onion. Do you think I could get another tuna melt?
Sure.
Thank you.
Eduardo, JFK under a blanket, hold the Nixon.
Here's a bush, no quail.
Well, Clarence Thomas and Anita Hill. That stuff about the pubic hair and the can of Coke, that was comedy.
But with tragic consequences for everybody involved.
You know what? Now that she mentions it, Professor, my Coke tastes like real. It's not diet.
Well, that's a tragedy. Eduardo, Diet Coke?
This is nothing more than a high-tech lynching.
Exactly. Thomas was tried on television without due process. I mean, forget about innocent until proven guilty.
But Hill's charges were valid.
Okay, so what do you think is the good that came out of it? What are the benefits of the Clarence Thomas, Anita Hill hearings?
Sexual harassment. Look, TV put a spotlight on sexual harassment, and that affected the laws and attitudes of corporations. I mean, all those codes of conduct, which benefit all of us sitting here today.
Well done, Nancy.
Thank you. And by the way, the guy didn't remake this. He just, like, took the onion off. I can still taste it.
Amazing. Where did you record this?
In Madagascar. The tribes there are dirt poor, but they have this rich musical tradition. I sent the tape to my friend's label. They want to put out a CD.
Oh, like the Buena Vista Social Club.
I wish. World music's huge right now.
And that's cool because you could use the money to help the tribes.
I was thinking of that. I even tried to start a nonprofit foundation, but the label's lawyers killed it.
That's because they're about money. You're about keeping the music alive. I mean, you can't let them win, Felix. You should start your foundation.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Let's do it. Thanks, Nell.
Hey, Lester,
Where you been?
I had to get the present. Hey, Erica, you're a girl. Is this stuff any good?
Arabian Dreams?
I got it on sale.
Is that for a girlfriend or a girlfriend?
I don't know yet.
Well, I'm just gonna like it. So look, here. I'm hungry. Are you? Well, you guys keep working on getting sandwiches.
Hey, Paul, where's that other can of paint?
It's inside, I think. So, Lester, where'd you meet this girl?
Hebrew school. Her name's Rachel.
What's she like?
Well, she's a girl, but she's not too, I don't know, girly.
You mean she doesn't wear dresses?
Well, sometimes. But she's like Aunt Erica. She doesn't care about getting muddy or skinny or neat. Like a guy.
Ah, tomboy. Well, congratulations. You just saved yourself a lot of hassle. Your Aunt Erica is so low maintenance.
Yeah, so is Rachel. Only Rachel's always been a girl.
What do you mean by that?
Just that Aunt Erica's operation didn't really change her much. She's still like she was when she was Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve.
Paul.
Max, there's a complaint against Josh Howlett from the RA on Haley Walton's floor. I thought you were gonna talk with him.
I did talk to him.
Well, it didn't work. Now it's in Dean Waterman's hands. He wants to have a meeting with you to discuss it.
This is great. This is just great. These rules are nuts. I can't protect my own daughter, and now I've got to hang my friend.
She's still seeing Caldwell.
Yeah, she finally admitted that she was seeing him. You know, they're going off to Boston together for the weekend.
I'm sorry. I wish I could help.
Makes two of us.
Hon, just give me a minute, okay?
Haley's RA saw you leaving her room and filed a complaint with Dean Waterman. I gotta have lunch with him on Friday.
What are you gonna tell him?
I'm gonna tell him the truth. I can't lie for you.
Technically, Max, I'm just
Josh, did you hear what I just said? Did you? I didn't say Waterman may find out. I said he already has found out. You're in trouble. What are you gonna do? You gonna blow your life's work for a fling?
You're such a hypocrite, Max. What about you and Andrea Haskell?
What about me and Andrea Haskell?
You told me.
I never...
5 years ago at the alumni weekend, you got hammered at the departmental cocktail party and I had to drive you home. We sat in your driveway. You told me everything.
I have no memory of that at all.
Well, don't worry. Because I haven't said anything to anyone about it. Because that is your business.
Josh, listen to me.
You know, maybe that's why you can't even stand to hear about Haley and me, because you know what it feels like to fall in love with a student. And part of you is still in love with that feeling.
This isn't about me. It's about you.
Stop the lecture, Professor. You know what this means to me. Because I know what Andrea meant to you.
I wish I could help you, Josh, but now I can't. You have until Friday to make up your mind.
Don't worry, I already have. You do what you gotta do.
Come on in.
I got your message.
Andrea, I have to tell you something important.
What?
Josh knows about us.
What?
I told him.
You?
I don't actually know how. Apparently, I told him one night in a drunken stupor 5 years ago. I guess I just blurted it out. I didn't know anything about it until he told me today. I would never have done this to you. Not purposefully, not, you know, consciously. I was in some major blackout.
Oh, that's no excuse.
I'm not making an excuse. I'm just telling you I'm sorry.
Well, you should be. I never told anyone. Not anyone. Not even after all these years. And now someone knows something about me that...
Josh is the only one who knows.
How do you know?
Well, I don't.
You don't know. You don't know. And now, of course, Josh is using this to justify his own indiscretions.
Andrea.
No, don't. Don't talk. Just let me live with this for a little while. Martha. I met her once, you know. It was senior year at the IGA in the checkout line. I was buying doers for when you would come over to my apartment. And she was buying children's birthday candles. She didn't know who I was.
Yes, she did. She knew you were very important to me. She knew that I thought you were gifted. She knew that you were my favorite student. Oh, God, you know, I just realized this is exactly what Josh must be saying about Haley Walton.
Well, don't you dare make a comparison between Haley and Josh and you and me, Max. What we had was completely on a different
I'm not
level.
making a comparison. I'm only saying how weird it is to listen to him. I've been trying to tell him that he's making the same mistake that I made.
Well, why would he listen to you? You're the last person who should be giving him advice. I should be giving him advice.
Yes, you should. Do it. Andrea. Will you?
I don't know.
I've completed my report on the suspect.
He's not a suspect, Lorraine. He's a colleague.
Life has taught me, Professor, that if you expect the worst in people, you'll often be pleasantly surprised. In most cases, anyway.
Okay. What's the dirt? Come on, what does the magic stall have to say?
Quite a lot, actually. Mostly in the realm of sexual fantasy.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Is all this about him?
It was faster to take a photograph.
Hey, how's the big speech coming?
I'm glad you're here. I'm so blocked.
Oh, be back and let's throw your imagination.
Do you have those letters from Dr. Shinkunde?
Yeah.
Ah, you remembered. You're the bomb.
You know, Felix, I was thinking about this weekend. What should I wear?
For the show, whatever you want.
Well, what about the cocktail party afterwards? I mean, we're going to that too, right?
The party is for the presenters. We can't go.
You mean I can't go? Why? I mean, are you ashamed to have a student as your date?
I'm a professor. You're a student. If too many people find out about us, it could damage both our reputations. It's risky and it's worth the risk, but we don't have to be stupid about it.
So I wait in the car while you hang out with all the Harvard Anthro faculty.
No. You know what you mean to me, but my colleagues don't, which means they'll be more interested in gossiping about us than discussing our work. You don't want that.
No, you don't want that, so what's the point?
The point is that I need you there. And once we're away from the ivory tower, we'll have a weekend in Boston to chill out like a real couple. So we lose an hour of the weekend together. We gain a lot more.
Hills like white elephants. Hemingway?
One of my favorite stories. When I was a freshman in American Lit, Dr. Field used it as an example of Hemingway's iceberg theory.
I know the story, but I don't remember the theory.
That a good story is like an iceberg. You see the tip, but the rest just lurks beneath the surface. Max send you? Andrea, it's none of your business.
That's true. But then again, you now know some of my business, which is really none of your business. And the whole campus knows your business.
Well, thanks, Mom. Anything else?
Yeah. How old is Haley?
19.
19. I bet she came to you for help on a paper after class, and you said, okay, let's go to my office. Or let's go for coffee. I bet you think she kissed you the first time, and you said, I can't do this. And she said, I know. And you said, you're my student, it's wrong. And she said, I know, I don't care. And you said...
What's your point?
Josh, when I was 19, only a part of me was an adult. The other part of me was still searching and discovering and growing. Max couldn't see that. He could only see the tip, the bright, shiny part that reflected him.
This is different. I'm not married.
I'm not talking about your commitments, Josh. I'm talking about what you see in Haley and what's missing.
Okay, I'm not Max, and Haley's not you.
You got that right. Look, all I'm saying is that from here, things seem one way. But eventually class is over, and from here, things are completely different. Hey, Josh, why don't you try dating a grown-up sometime? I mean, it's really not as scary as you might think.
How'd it go?
He's too far gone.
Thanks for trying. I'm not doing any better with Nell. She's still under that guy's spell.
Felix Caldwell is hardly a Svengali. Is that how you see yourself? That your swarthy charms lured me into the American Studies program?
Well, I never quite saw my charms as swarthy, but now that you mention it, yes, I do think that I had some influence on the direction you took.
I declared my major long before I took a class with you, and I would have pursued this field even if you hadn't pursued me.
I pursued you. Oh, call that revisionism.
Okay, well, maybe we met halfway.
No, no, no. Are you telling me that you think that if we hadn't been together, that you still would have ended up here, Dr. Haskell?
Absolutely, without question. I got into Harvard on my own because of my grades, my GRE scores, and my brilliant, if I do say so myself, my brilliant application essay.
You are discounting my influence?
No. I'm just saying that I paid my way. And so will Nell.
You must think I'm a complete control freak.
And I think you're neurotic and overpossessive, and that's your way of protecting people.
What should I do? Just watch her get hurt?
Well, maybe she won't. But if she does, all you can do is tell her that you love her. And not tell her that you told her so.
So I was wondering if I could get an extension on that presidential power paper so I can use the new LBJ tapes. I just got the transcripts.
Those tapes make Nixon's tapes sound classy. Yeah, sure you can, but you have to have it in by Friday.
Okay, no worries. Thanks, Dr. Bickford.
You're welcome. Nell?
Easy, Dad. Someone's gonna call campus security.
I just saw you come out of there with Felix.
Stalk much? We were just, looking at the orchids.
I've been teaching here for over 15 years. Nobody comes to the greenhouse because of the orchids. You really think you're fooling everybody, don't you? Just because he gives you the keys to his apartment, or you make out in his office, you sneak off to the Bird of Paradise so that you can have a drink. You think that's what being together is, huh? Because if you do, the only one you're fooling is yourself.
Oh, so now you're an expert on student affairs. I mean, really, Dad, what do you know about this? Later.
I realized that the only thing that I could tell her that would make her change her mind was if I told her about us. And then I realized, whoa, wait a minute, what are you, nuts?
So you came to your senses. Can you imagine how much fun that would have made my 9 o'clock?
I promise I will not interfere in Nell's life. I promise I will not interfere in Nell's life. I promise I will not interfere in Nell's life.
Hey, I'm glad. Because she is clearly passionate about this guy, Max. Don't you remember what it feels like to love like that?
Yeah, it's glorious. You get high, you get feverish, you get brain dead.
And if somebody had tried to stop you when you felt that way, would you have listened?
Never.
She is your daughter.
So, you gonna see Ron this weekend?
Yeah, I think so. He asked me if I wanted to go to the Shanghai Opera. They're playing at Amherst.
The Chinese opera? Sounds great.
Yeah. How about you? Are you, still seeing the diner lady?
Lila? Yes. Yes, I'm making her dinner tonight. She's helping me with the accounting for my new rental place.
That sounds hot.
It's about as hot as Chinese opera.
I don't believe this.
Believe what? That you're gonna have to go to your 9 o'clock in jammies?
You know that show in Boston this weekend?
The Afro Felix benefit thingy?
Yeah. He's giving the opening remarks and he asked me to look over what he'd written, and this is my research.
What are you talking about?
I've been emailing all these African historians in Africa, and he quotes them here without giving me any credit. They're my sources, my ideas. He stole them.
I have a question about you and Andrea. What would you have done if you hadn't have been married?
I don't know. To this day, I just don't know. Not very helpful, is it?
No. Not at all.
We never had a moment out in the real world, you know, to see if we could hold up. It changed me. I'm not sorry, but when Andrea and I broke up, that's when I finally entered adulthood as a husband, you know, and a father.
You can cancel your appointment with the dean. Unless you want to nail me for past indiscretions.
No, I never wanted that.
I have to go talk to Haley.
So did Rachel like the perfume?
I guess. She had this funny look on her face, like she was surprised. So, has Paul called in Erica yet?
No. And I don't think he's going to.
Jerk.
Well, it's not that easy, Frez. Steve became Erica because it was the only way she knew how to be true to herself. And when she didn't tell Paul, she stopped being true.
Yeah, but if she would have told him, then he wouldn't have liked her. Like now.
That's right. Which is exactly why it's nobody's fault in particular, especially yours. You missed a spot.
I did? Where?
Right here. That's it. I got it.
I can't believe you just did that.
I fixed the spot.
Whoever cast the first stone, my friend.
Hey, babe. You ready to roll? I want to hit Boston by 8, and we're going to hit rush hour.
So I read your opening remarks.
What'd you think?
Brilliant. Especially the stuff about the talking drum and the Mali Empire in the 14th century and how the drummers were the cultural historians.
What about the stuff on the American influence on current African music? Does it work?
Totally. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Good, because I wrote it off the top of my head. So, where's your stuff?
This is my stuff. You stole my research.
Come on, I wouldn't do that.
Those African scholars were my contacts.
That I put you onto.
I interviewed them.
It was a collaboration.
Then why isn't my name on it?
Okay, I'll mention you when I speak.
You'll mention me. That's big of you, Felix, especially since without me you'd have nothing to say.
I think maybe you got that backwards. Look, now, you know this is the deal. You've always known. You provide me with rough material, which I can use.
Like you use the tribes in Madagascar? I get the deal.
No, come on.
You know, I'm sorry, Felix. I wasn't giving you rough material. I was giving you me. So, good luck in Boston.
He asked me to go to the Chinese opera. I said no. It feels like work with him. I've worked too hard as it is.
On the other hand, they say relationships require work.
Not in the first week.
Amen to that. So what's up for the weekend?
I've got take-homes to grade, and I rented The Vanishing on DVD.
Mm-hmm. We could go out.
Where? A fern bar full of sweaty students or a towny dive out on the highway? No thanks. I'll stick to my plans.
Ever done karaoke?
You're kidding. Do I look like I have a thing for drunken insurance men?
Don't knock one till you've tried one.
Oh. I don't know. Karaoke, it just seems so desperate.
And how does it feel to be grading papers at home on a Friday night?
You know, I do a killer cover of There's Gotta Be a Morning After. Do you know of a place?
Uh-huh. The Shanghai Garden, after 10 it's the E Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Meet you there at 11?
Deal. There's got to be a morning after. There's got to be a morning after.
Don't shoot me. I left my bulletproof vest in the car.
Relax. I just came for the cooler, the big one.
In the laundry room. Why are you taking a cooler to Boston?
Change of plans?
You're not robbing an organ bank or anything.
Brenda and I are going to see her sister at Cornell. We're also going to need a road atlas, preferably one from this decade.
In the Volvo. So, you and Felix?
No.
Really?
Save the gloating until after I leave, okay? Just be happy that you were right.
If it's any consolation, this is one of those times where being right doesn't feel so great.
So where's Lester?
He's at Erica's. She and Paul broke up. He's keeping her company.
Wow. I thought I had it bad. So, you got the crib to yourself.
Looks like.
Why don't you call your lady friend for dinner? Make your special lasagna.
Too much work.
Oh, you go, dog. Get busy.
Thanks for the advice, love doctor.
When's the last time you had lasagna anyway? It's been quite a while, hasn't it, Dad?
I don't know. I just don't feel like having lasagna right now. I could have all the lasagna I want. I just don't feel like having any lasagna right now. I feel more like lo mein.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
Have a nice weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That's a short list.
Nothing much. Why? Karaoke? You're not gonna sing karaoke. What are you gonna sing? Huh? Yeah, I just might meet you there. Okay. There's gotta be a morning after. La doo dee doo dee doo dee doo. Da 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 da. Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode. Next on the education of Max Bickford.
You're a 52-year-old man who's overstressed, does no cardiovascular activity. I want you to see a trainer.
You're gonna be a real challenge, aren't you?
I probably will be, yes.
What level would you say it'd be?
All pro.
You're eating eggs?
What are you, the omelet police?
Is there anything I can do?
Yeah, let me have this chicken. Hey, no, I just want the...
Chuck Norris is the President's Man. CBS Next. CBS Wednesday.
That's not happiness to see me, is it?
He was waiting for me. He knows.
You got a box big enough to hold $500,000 for killing my wife.
Michael Douglas. Gwyneth Paltrow.
That's not happiness to see me, is it?